Hi guys, and welcome back to Football Scrutiny's Off Script. It's part 2 of breaking down the 4-4-2 mid-block with a 4-3-3. We're going to look at how the 4-3-3 was breaking down the 4-4-2 mid-block and what the 4-4-2 can do to neutralise these aspects which the 4-4-3 was doing. Oof, that's a bit of a tongue twister. Let's get into it before I get even more confused. So here's the 4-4-2 mid-block which we saw in our previous videos, and here is our 4-3-3 already lined up. I'm just going to move them in to those positions here like they were in the previous video so that we can see. Okay, so the first thing that we said was the passes coming inside into these players here. So how would we prevent these passes coming in? Really simple. We're going to ask our 7s and our 11s to really stay nice and compact and not come out to press or press here until our number 8 is shifted across. So only at this point here would I now say to my 7, now that my 10 is in position, now that my 8 is in position, and my 9 is on the pivot, now is the time when he can come in and press. Okay, so that's the first way which I will stop these number 8s and number 10s getting on the ball in between our lines. Is staying nice and compact and not moving until the 8 and number 6 have communicated to us that it is okay to do so. The next thing was when the ball would then be switched across, and when an 11 comes across and when the number 3 comes across, that the number 10 could potentially break through. So when the ball is being circulated across, it's really quite simple. The 4-4-2 has to shift across as a team. Ta-da! They all shift across. And we need this 5 now to be close enough to this so that this man can be the spare man. Our number 2 then comes in. Obviously he's going to come across, and if he does, then our number 5 needs to be aware, because if this is a player with characteristics that when the ball is coming in to these areas here, it's going to try and break in between the section, then we need to know that, we need to predict it. So by knowing our opposition and by shifting across effectively, this can be prevented. So yeah, difficult, but when he makes this run into here, our number 4 has to be aware and has to try and bump the run. Okay, we can't just let him run through freely. We don't want him breaking that line and receiving a pass. So what we want is when he comes in to make that run in here is to try and block that run. So really crash into him and get him to be able to stay in here, because the last thing that we want is balls coming in behind us and then everyone is running backwards towards their own goal and they've broken our mid block. So it's really important. The third one was, let's put him back. It's all a little bit of a mess at the moment, so hopefully it's not too confusing now. Put that back, put that back, put that back. Okay, it's maybe not as compact as I would like, but okay, so we mentioned that when the ball come into here and the team would shift across. Let's shift them across a little bit so we can get an idea of this. And they would shift across, and that the number 6 would drop into here, centre backs would open, and we kind of get something a bit like that going on. Right, let's put him here, yeah. Okay, so then they would circulate the ball across. Obviously, when we know that the ball is coming backwards, because our 11 has probably forced it backwards and our number 10 and number 9 has forced our play back a little bit. Now, this is the problem, that when this player gets on the ball, the idea is that we don't want our 9s and 10s to go and press. And if they do, that they're going to arc. So you can either arc this way or arc that way, but it's a tough one. It is a tough one. So let's just get on with the fact that the example which I already mentioned, so that if our number 10 has then come in and they play it into here, it's really simple. He cannot come out to press. He can't come out to press. It's that simple, because if he does, then he's just going to offload it, and that's what we don't want. So how to counteract it? Really simple. You've got to drop back. We can't maintain the mid block anymore. Our first line's been broken and they've got superiority on this side. Let's put the 8 into here. Although the 8 being there is actually quite useful, because you can see now that there's a 4 against 2 situation. Momentarily, admittedly, because our number 8 and number 5 are going to shift across, but there is a 4-4-2, a 4 against 2 situation occurring, or 3 against 2, however you want to look at it. So if this happens and the centre back brings it, it's really simple. Drop back. I'm going to drop them all back at the same time, actually. Everyone's going to drop back and shift across at the same time, so that hopefully now our 8 is in a better position, our 5 is in a better position, everyone is closer and compact and able to give cover and support, so that now by the time the centre back's getting into the opposition half, hopefully he's having a bit of a nosebleed by now, and we've got our team more compact, and then our 8, if he wants, could go out and press the number 5. Okay, so that is how I would deal with the 4-3-3, dropping the 6 in between the centre backs, and when the centre backs bring the ball out after our number 9 or number 10 had gone out to press wrongly against the pivot from the 4-3-3. So that's how I would deal with it. 3 ways in which I would deal with the 4-3-3 with my 4-4-2 mid block. So hope you liked that video. If you've got any questions, put it in the comments, and yeah, we'll be back soon with another video off script by Football Scrutiny. So hopefully we'll see you soon. Don't forget to share, don't forget to smash the like button, and we'll see you again soon.